What is your name?
My name is Megan Cook.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
What I'm going to miss most about Lowry is the amazing supportive staff because they have always pushed me to become a better person.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I like to thank my loving family because they have always supported me through my athletics and academics.
What is your name?
My name is Justin Scott.
And what advice would you give to an incoming freshman?
I would say you should really get involved, whether it's a sport, a club, or anything else going on. I just don't think you should sit out and do nothing.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
My parents, my sister, my best friends, and many of my teachers have helped me out a lot. Mr. Crack has helped me out the most this year.
What is your name?
Marcos Rodriguez.
And what is your best memory at Lowry?
My best memory is playing basketball, mostly my varsity with Nate and Chad and my friends.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I would like to thank Ms. Kavaba and Mr. Sagers for being on my butt half the time.
What is your name?
Tanya Estrada.
And what was your favorite memory at Lowry?
Being with all my friends.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
Yeah, my mom and all my teachers who has helped me this whole year, but especially my mom.
What is your name?
My name is Lance Brenniger.
And what is your best memory at Lowry?
My best memory at Lowry is playing basketball and football.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
My parents and my brothers.
What is your name?
Marquette Casanelli.
And what will you miss most about Lowry?
I will miss seeing my friends at school every day.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
I like to thank my parents for pushing me to become a better person.
What is your name?
My name's Priscilla.
And what advice would you give to an incoming freshman?
I would tell them not to take the time for granted because it does go by pretty quickly, and focus on your grades because it is pretty important.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I'd like to thank my dad in particular because he's always been there for me through all the mistakes I've made. My Tia Rosa and my Tia Maribel and my mom and my grandma.
What is your name?
Ashley Rookstall.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
I'll miss all my friends that I've made and all the good memories that I have here.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I would like to thank Mrs. Hill. She's helped me a lot throughout these 4 years of being in high school, and she's really shown me what I'm capable of.
What is your name?
Cadence Schmidl.
And what is your best memory at Lowry?
Was when we did the forensics mock crime scene last year, junior year.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I would like to thank my mom for pushing me to be who I am today and getting me through high school.
What is your name?
My name is Otila Castaneda.
And what advice would you give to an incoming freshman?
The advice I would give to an incoming freshman is to enjoy their high school experience, to participate in as many activities and get involved as much as possible, just to enjoy what the high school experience is.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me all throughout high school and Mrs. Padilla.
What is your name?
Anna Romero.
And what advice would you give to an incoming freshman?
To enjoy it and do whatever you can to have fun because it goes by really fast.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I would like to thank my aunt and uncle, Luisa and Trino Castaneda, and my dad for helping me through this entire crazy 4 years of high school.
What is your name?
Damon Fetty.
And what are you going to miss the most about Lowry?
Getting harassed by Mr. Brooks and Mr. Korak every day at wrestling practice.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
My mom and Miss Nichols and Brainley.
What is your name?
Coda Nichols.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
Wrestling.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
My mom and my dad.
What is your name?
My name is Jason Riley.
And what was your favorite memory at Lowry?
Pretty much being in leadership and just helping out and making the school a bit better and having good friends being there for me, pretty much.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I would like to thank all the teachers that have been helping me out and some of my best friends and just the spirit at Lowry High and all that.
What is your name?
Leia Jackson.
And what advice would you give to an incoming freshman?
Make sure you know that junior year is your hardest year. Work hard.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
Yes, my family and all of my teachers.
What is your name?
Brenton Baker.
And what advice would you give to incoming freshmen?
Focus on your GPA. That's actually pretty important.
Anything else?
No.
And is there anyone that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank Mr. Meyer, my welding teacher, Miss Montero, my automotive teacher, my father, Trevor Baker, and my stepmother, Glisson.
Okay, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Natalie Albertson.
And what was your favorite memory at Lowry High School?
My favorite memory at Lowry High School was being able to meet new people, getting opportunities expanded the more I progressed throughout the years.
And is there anybody you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and my stepdad, as well as my brother and my sister.
What is your name?
Mia Hernandez.
And what is your favorite memory of Lowry High School?
Winning a back-to-back state championship in basketball.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
My parents and my family, my coaches, and my teachers.
What is your name?
My name's Kaylee Radke.
What are you going to miss most about Lowry High School?
The thing I'll miss most about Lowry High School is hanging out with my friends every day and trying to race back from lunch and just seeing them every day.
Is there anyone that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank all of my family, but most importantly my parents, because they helped me get through high school and they helped me achieve all of my goals.
What is your name?
Jason Barbosa.
And what are you going to miss most about Lowry?
The auto shop.
Anything specific about the auto shop?
Working in the auto shop.
Okay. And is there anyone that you want to thank?
Miss Montero for helping me figure out what I want to do with my life.
What is your name?
I'm Hannah Thompson.
And what are you going to miss most about Lowry High School?
I'm just going to miss my friends and just the fun things that we did, like in FFA. FFA is a big thing I'm going to miss because we just had a lot of fun times.
And why are you dressed this way?
It's Spirit Day today, and it's Hawaiian Day. So, yeah.
Is there anyone that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank my parents and also Miss Hill and Miss Montero. They're my FFA advisors. They've really done a lot for me.
What is your name?
Ashley Ruiz.
Okay, just making sure. And what advice do you have for a freshman?
To have respect for all your teachers. Anyone who is older than you. Please have respect. Turn in all your work, please. No matter how hard your teachers lie on you, they are older than you. They obviously know better than you. Have respect for each one of them, no matter how old they are, whether they be a sophomore, a senior, or a teacher. Have respect for your elders.
And is there anyone that you would like to thank?
Mr. Sagers. Honestly, if it weren't for Mr. Sagers, I don't think I would have the motivation to graduate right now.
What is your name?
My name is Viviana Alanis.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
I'm going to miss most playing soccer. I had some great teammates. They gave me a lot of great memories, and it's been the highlight of going to high school.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I want to thank my family for being my biggest support system, cheering me on with all my schoolwork, cheering me on the field, being the biggest, loudest group at every single game. I really appreciate you guys.
What is your name?
Dante Castanelli.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
The advice I'd give to a freshman is ditch all the assemblies, because once you've been to one, you've been to them all.
And is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my older sister Peyton for keeping all of her old assignments for me to look at.
What is your name?
Devin Gomez.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
I'll probably miss being able to participate in the student sections and just going and watch all the sports games with my friends.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I would like to thank my grandparents for always pushing me to do my best and encouraging me to just never give up on whatever I put my mind to.
What is your name?
Isaac Danner.
And what was your best memory at Lowry?
My best memory would have to be playing basketball and all the fun trips we went on.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
I'd like to thank all the teachers and my family that helped me get to where I am today.
What is your name?
Ryan Arian.
And what is your best memory at Lowry?
Probably playing football and doing track.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
All my teachers and my parents.
What is your name?
Tom Moser.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
Don't mess around. These 4 years fly by. Like it feels like just yesterday that I was coming in as a freshman. So do your work. Don't mess around doing it.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
Definitely my parents for keeping me in line, especially with grades and stuff like that during this last senior year. And teachers and stuff like that that put up with me all through high school. So.
What is your name?
Gavin Paulson.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
Make sure you stay on top of your work and focus.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
My mom.
What is your name?
I'm Derek Oates.
And what was your best memory at Lowry?
I would say making all the friends I did this year.
And is there anyone you'd want to thank before you graduate?
I'd like to thank Kabet for getting me in shape.
What is your name?
Jocelyn Ramirez.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
The atmosphere here, hanging out with friends.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank before you graduate?
My parents for pushing me to go through high school, and Mrs. Matson.
Hi, can you tell me your name, please?
My name is Gabriel Mendoza.
And Gabe, can you tell me what you're going to miss about Lowry High School?
I think what I'm going to miss the most about attending Lowry High School will be playing in the soccer season, because I really enjoyed playing and just traveling around, going new places.
And is there anybody that you want to thank?
I would like to just thank my family for being supportive and helping me get to where I am right now, and just my teachers as well.
Hi, I'm Katie Pettis.
And what are you going to miss about Lowry High School?
I'm going to miss my underclassmen friends and the teachers.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad for always pushing me to be better and stay in school and keeping my grades up.
Hi, my name is Josh.
And Josh, what is your favorite memory of Lowry High School?
My favorite memory in Lowry High School is spending a great time with friends and making great memories over here at the Lowry.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I would like to thank my dad, my brothers, and my sister for encouraging me to keep on studying and focusing on school so I can finally graduate.
Hi, my name is Logan Sandvig.
And Logan, do you have any advice for incoming freshmen or underclassmen?
Just stay on top of your work, have fun, and just be yourself.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and my sister to encourage me to stay on top of my grades and just have a good time in school.
Hi, my name is Leslie Torres.
And Leslie, what was your favorite memory of Lowry High School?
My favorite memory would be performing at the homecoming assembly. I really loved performing with my cheer teammates, and I loved how everybody was giving us love and cheering us on.
Is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I would like to thank my parents for always being there for me and helping me throughout high school, and yeah.
Hi, can you tell me your name?
It's Monroy.
Itzel, what would you miss most about Lowry High School?
Definitely seeing all my friends and all the teachers and how kind everyone was.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
First I want to thank God, because without him, I know I wouldn't be where I am at right now. And I want to thank my family and all my friends for pushing me to keep going and for pushing me to do better.
What is your name?
Jairo Diaz.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
The thing I miss most about Lowry is probably the friends and the relationships I've built here.
And is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, and brother for always supporting me and being there for me.
Callie Keith.
Callie, what are you going to miss most about Lowry High School?
Probably walking into my grandma's class in between classes and stuff.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank my family, my grandparents especially, my friends, my teachers.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Brianna Contreras.
Brianna, what is your favorite memory from Lowry High School?
My favorite memory would be joining the cheer team and making new friends and just making memories throughout that whole season. It was fun.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Yes, I would like to thank my mom and my dad for always pushing me to work harder, and I would not be here today if it wasn't for them, so I'm very thankful for my parents.
What's your name?
I'm Caden Montero.
And what, Caden, are you going to miss most about Lowry High School?
I think I'm going to miss most of the people I've met while attending the school. Made many good friends.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I would like to thank my parents, my coaches, and my teachers.
What is your name?
My name is Lane Wolf.
And what was your best memory at Lowry?
My best memory at Lowry was probably Westmoreland's class last year. For my junior year, I had Jackson Unrein and Braden Anderson in there, and we'd always mess around with Westmoreland, and that was one of my favorite classes. He really pushed me to do a lot better in English, so I think I'm really hoping I'll be able to see him at graduation this year.
Is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
I would like to thank Westmoreland for one, for helping me do better in like English and all my classes, and then Ms. Kabatbat for pushing me to keep my work turned in and doing all my grades, or like keeping my grades up, and then Miss Marcel and Mr. Roberts for like making me keep up on my ingenuity and getting it done.
What is your name?
Jaden Taylor.
And what was your best memory at Lowry?
Probably playing football for all 4 years, getting to know everybody pretty well.
And is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
Probably just my mom and my sister for encouraging me to keep doing my work.
What is your name?
Kaylee Franklin.
And what advice do you have to give to a freshman?
I would tell freshmen to not take anything for granted, and even when you're going through really tough times, there's always a bright side to everything. You just have to find it.
And would you like to thank anyone?
I want to thank my parents for always supporting me and being proud of me no matter what. And I want to thank my entire family because they've been my biggest fans through everything. And lastly, I also want to thank SB because he's made a lot of things possible for me these last couple years. What is your name?
My name is Ariana Perez.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
Advice I would give to a freshman would be to keep your grades up and do not let them drop because it's really hard getting them back up.
And is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
I would like to thank my family for supporting me throughout my high school career and for supporting me for everything.
Can you please tell me your name?
Walter Dollar.
And can you tell me, Walter, what would be your advice to incoming freshmen?
Please stop flooding the bathrooms. That would be nice.
Is there anybody that you would like to thank?
My mom and dad and the teachers.
And can you tell me your name, please?
Felix Munoz.
Felix, what is your favorite memory from your time at Lowry High School?
Meeting my friends, everybody that I knew, meeting everybody that I enjoy and hang around now, and these amazing people that I've met throughout my time.
And is there anyone that you would like to thank?
I would like to thank my father and my mother, John Brooks, and Steve Nichols for always being there and supporting me through anything that I've done.
Can you tell me your name, please?
Jesus Flores.
And Jesus, what advice do you have to future students at Lowry High School?
I would say to, always respect your peers, just be respectful anyway.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I would like to thank my family that came today. I'd like to thank everybody's family that came today, and also just thank all the students of my class for graduating and having this great moment together.
Hi, can you tell me your name?
Ariana Diaz.
And Ariana, is there any advice that you would give to incoming students?
Enjoy every moment of it because it goes by so fast.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
My mom, dad, and brother because I wouldn't have made it here without them.
Please.
Litzy Silva.
And Litzy, what are you going to miss most about Lowry?
Playing soccer.
And why?
Because I met a lot of fun people and just had a lot of fun.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I like to thank my sister.
Okay. We are with Sarah Wiggins, and she is telling us what her favorite memory of Lowry High School is. And, Sarah, who would you like to thank? It's a great smile. Thank you, Sarah.
What is your name?
Kaylee Miller.
And what is your favorite memory at Lowry?
My favorite memory has to be all of the spirit weeks and dressing up and doing all the activities like Powder Puff.
And is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
I'd really like to thank all my family and friends who's helped me out along the way, as well as many of my teachers.
What is your name?
Belen Barosio.
And what is your best memory at Lowry?
Winning state 2 times in a year.
And is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
My family.
What is your name?
Leticia Aguilar.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
Advice I would give to a freshman is take your classes seriously and don't skip class.
And is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
I would like to thank my family and friends for always supporting me and being there with me.
What is your name?
Alexandra Barosio.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
That senioritis is a real thing.
And is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
My family for always being there for me and friends.
What is your name?
Wade Morey.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
Be respectful.
And is there anyone you want to thank before you graduate?
My family and my teachers.
Okay. Can you tell me your name?
Colton Hunt.
And Colton, what are you going to miss most about Lowry High School?
I'm going to miss the school spirit at the football games, the basketball games, just being able to be a part of the student section. It was just such a great time to be a part of.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Yeah, I would like to thank Mrs. Odoms because she helped me out a lot during my freshman year, and also my mom.
Hello, what's your name?
Ben Briseño.
And Ben, what advice do you have for incoming freshmen?
Just to do your work because it will matter in the future. Don't think it won't because it will eventually.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank my friends and family just to being there for me throughout the school year, and yeah.
And can you tell me your name, please?
I'm Concelia Brown.
Concelia, what advice do you have for incoming students at Lowry?
To not burn yourself out, especially with other people's problems and other people's burdens, because they're not your problems to begin with. It's just really draining for you, and that you're allowed to live your own life. Because when you're worrying constantly about problems and insecurities and just stuff in general like that, and not taking the time to take care of yourself, that seems to be what ruins people the most.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
My parents and my friends for supporting me, because I feel like to be able to accomplish things, people need that support from other people.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Alexandra Redondo.
And Alexandra, do you have any advice for incoming freshmen?
Have fun. Enjoy your years in high school and do everything you can. I definitely feel like I didn't do as much as I wanted to.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
My friends and family, that's for sure.
What is your name?
Braden Hammergren.
And what is your favorite memory at Lowry?
My favorite memory at Lowry is probably COVID and not having to go to school for 2 months.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
I would like to thank my parents and the football coaches.
What is your name?
Jeremiah Grassmick.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
I'll miss my math teacher, Mr. Korak, my friend Braden Hammergren, my friend Jordan Bills, my friend Frank Davis, my friend Brennan Coleman, my friend Ryan Utterback, and my friend Lance Brenniger.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my parents for pushing me, encouraging me, and my coaches for always making sports fun.
What is your name?
Joshua Burgos.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
Enjoy high school.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
Just my teachers.
What is your name?
Giovanni Barinaccia.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
Just keep pushing through even through the hard times.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
My teachers and my family.
What is your name?
Gracie Marchand.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
Just turn in the work. You cannot fail if you turn in the work.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
My parents for always supporting me no matter how crazy my ideas are, and Kaylee Franklin for making this video.
What is your name?
Callie Lombardi.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
That no matter how hard it seems, before you know it, it'll be over.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
My parents and just like the people I work with helped me survive through a lot.
What is your name?
Emilio.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
Hanging out with my friends a lot.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
My parents and my siblings, and my friend Diego.
Hi, can you tell us your name?
Liliana Chavez.
And Liliana, what is your favorite memory from Lowry High?
All the friendships that I have made and the fun that has came with it.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Yes, I would like to thank my mom for always being there for me and being the strongest person in my life.
What is your name?
Ruben Garcia.
And what is your favorite high school memory?
I would say my favorite memory here at Lowry is 2022 homecoming. Because of COVID, homecoming wasn't what it used to be, and it had died down a lot. You know, the participation was not there, and you know, just students weren't as excited about it. But thankfully this year, with the help of the leadership class, we were able to really pump up our school spirit back, get the participation back. You know, almost every single teacher, every single student here at Lowry dressed up for the Spirit Week. And it was just amazing to see such an amazing pep assembly. You know, just the participation that we had at Lowry was just a really cool thing to see for my last year.
And would you like to thank anyone?
I would like to thank Mrs. Matson. She was kind of my prime supporter all the time. She's always willing to give me advice whenever I need it, and I just I'd like to thank her for that. And of course, my parents, without their constant support and without them motivating me constantly, I wouldn't have any success throughout my high school career, and I would be absolutely lost without them. And of course, my sister, just for being there through everything these past couple of years. Yeah.
What is your name?
Shelby Hoyt.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
To not take life so seriously because we're literally living on a floating rock.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
I want to thank my family and my coaches for getting me this far.
What is your name?
Tyson Terry.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
Don't run to your classes. Seniors will make fun of you.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
Absolutely nobody. No, I did this myself. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Mom. I'd like to thank you and my family. CVAT too.
What is your name?
Raymond Diaz.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
I would say to do your work because that's pretty important here, and just make sure you're caught up on everything.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank my parents, obviously, and I also want to thank my siblings for being there and helping me throughout everything.
What is your name?
Jesus Ramirez.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
The thing I'm going to miss the most about Lowry is being able to see the people I grew up with every day.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my parents and my family just for being there with me every step of the way.
What is your name?
Jada Matheny.
And what is your favorite memory at Lowry?
Playing sports with all of my teammates.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
I would like to thank my grandparents, all the coaches I've had, and my teachers.
What is your name?
Jasmine Reese.
And what is some advice you'd like to give to an incoming freshman?
The advice I would give to the incoming freshman is to always be at the moment and cherish your time with your friends, with your family, or at school.
Is there anyone you would like to thank?
I would like to thank my parents, my teachers, the counselors, for always being there for me.
What is your name?
Victoria Murillo.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
What I'll miss most is definitely hanging out with my friends and being able to spend time with other people.
And do you want to thank anybody?
I want to thank Miss Jenkins and Miss Anderson. They've always been there for me.
What is your name?
I'm Josevedo.
And what advice would you give to a freshman?
I would say don't let your work pile up on you. Try to keep up because you miss one day and all your work can just pile on and you're suddenly stressed out. So just try to avoid that.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
I want to thank my parents, and I also want to thank Mr. Korak, Miss Jenkins, and Miss Anderson because they've always been there for me and they really help me understand not just the material but also what it's like to be a kind person.
What is your name?
Stephanie Lozano.
And what is your best memory at Lowry?
My best memory at Lowry would have to be just being here in general because I got to meet so many new people, including teachers and students, and they're all really amazing, and they helped me better communicate because I wasn't such a good communicator, but everyone helped me improve.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
I would like to thank my family and friends because they also helped me communicate better, and they're all really amazing.
What is your name?
My name is Caden Quintal.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
What I'll miss the most about Lowry is the teachers. I've had some really amazing teachers here at Lowry.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
I like to thank myself because of all the effort I've put in.
Can you tell me your name, please?
Juliet Murdoch.
Juliet, do you have any advice for incoming freshmen?
To not wish away the time because it goes by faster than you think.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
My mom, my dad, and Ben and Naya.
What is your name?
Sandy Belguero.
And what will you miss the most?
What I would miss the most is always dressing up for Spirit Week with my friends, and always like fighting over who did better. I like dressing up and all that, and just always looking at them in the hallway.
Is there anyone you would like to thank?
I would like to thank my friends and parents and Mr. Beatty.
What is your name?
Omar Gomez.
And what advice would you give to an incoming freshman?
I would say be involved as much as possible and just enjoy your time because it goes quick.
And is there anyone you would like to thank?
Yeah, my family, my friends, just everyone who helped me along the way.
What is your name?
Marco Ruiz.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
Probably soccer, because I grew really attached to the team, and I'm definitely gonna miss all the overnighters and spending time with them.
And would you like to thank anyone?
Probably my mom and my sister, because they've got me through a lot.
Hi, can you tell me your name, please?
Lazaro Arvayo.
Lazaro, what are you gonna miss most about Lowry High School?
Joining the cheer team and being their manager and making memories with all my friends.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I want to thank my mom for always pushing me to be who I am today, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here today.
Hi, can you tell me your name?
Lorena Talavera.
And Lorena, is there any advice that you would give to incoming freshmen?
Yes, I would say to get involved and make sure you ask for help when it's needed.
Is there anybody that you would like to thank?
My mom specifically, because she has pushed me so much, and my stepdad, and my friends and my teachers.
Hi, can you tell me your name?
Cade Sanchez.
And Cade, what are you going to miss most about Lowry High School?
Probably the energy and all the excitement that goes into sports.
And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Yes, my mom, my dad, and my stepdad, Kevin.
Can you tell me your name, please?
Aiden Wigglesworth.
And Aiden, what advice do you have for incoming students to Lowry High?
I would say make friends that make you want to push yourself to go harder and further in life.
And Aiden, is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I would like to thank my grandparents for helping me out and getting me to where I can graduate and move on.
Hi, can you tell me your name, please?
My name's Riley Robbie.
And Riley, what advice do you have to students coming into Lowry High School?
My advice would be to make the most of your time here, but also to remember that it's okay if you don't have everything figured out just yet.
And Riley, is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank all of my family for being so supportive and for pushing me to be the best version of myself.
What is your name?
My name is Ivan Eduardo Roalara.
And what will you miss the most about Lowry?
I'm going to miss the athletic program the most and all the teachers that helped me the last 4 years that made it the best that it could be.
And is there anybody you want to thank?
I definitely want to thank all my teachers and my parents who were there for me. And I don't think I ever had a bad teacher, so definitely them.
What is your name?
Adriana.
And what is your best memory at Lowry?
My best memory at Lowry is probably going to lunch.
And is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank firstly God, my mom, my dad, my sister, and Elijah.
Hi, what's your name?
Ryan Utterback.
Ryan, what is your favorite memory from Lowry High School?
My favorite memory was seeing all my friends because, I mean, after I graduate, I'm probably not going to see them all again, so.
And is there anybody that you would want to thank?
All my friends, teachers, and family. They made coming to school and being at school just a joy.
Hi, what's your name?
Abigail Magana.
And Abigail, what are you going to miss about Lowry?
Sports.
Why?
I feel like I have learned a lot from sports. I have gotten a lot of friends from it, and the energy that comes with it, it's the most amazing feeling.
And is there anybody that you'd like to thank?
My family and my friends, they have put up with me so much and they've made me learn a lot throughout life.